All right, Cubbies Nation, let's get into it. This is your Cubs Game 23 recap from last night. And in Game 23, the Cubbies get the win over the Philadelphia Phillies, 7-4, now improving the Cubs record to 14-9 on the year. Let's get into them stats. Your starting and winning pitcher for this game for the Cubbies was Shota Umanae, and in 7 innings pitched, Shoto gave up 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 1. Caleb Thilliber got the save for the Cubbies last night, and in .2 innings pitched, Caleb and in .2 innings pitched, Caleb gave up 0 hits, 0 runs, and struck out 0. The Cubs offensively had 7 runs, 12 hits, 6 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Let's get into them hits, or let's get into them runs. We had 1 run by Alex Bregman, 1 run by Seiya Suzuki, and then 1 run by Michael Busch. And then we had 2 runs by Nico Hoerner, and then 2 runs by Ian Happ. We got Alex Bregman, Ian Happ, and Carson Kelly, each with 1 hit. Then we got Michael Busch, Matt Shaw, and Scott Kingery, each with 1 hit apiece. Then we got Nico Hoerner, Seiya Suzuki, and my boy PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, each with 2 hits apiece. We got Nico Hoerner and Moises Ballesteros, each with 1 RBI apiece. And then we got Seiya Suzuki and Michael Busch, each with 2 RBIs apiece. And then like I said, the Cubs had 2 guys hit a home run. Obviously, we had Nico Hoerner. We had Nico Hoerner and Seiya Suzuki, each with 1 home run. Your player of the game for the Cubs is going to be Seiya Suzuki with 1 run, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 home run. The Cubs' next game is obviously tonight at the same Philadelphia Phillies team. So after winning last night's game, what that means for the Cubs, even if they lose these last 2 against the Phillies, I did look at the schedule. It does not look like we play the Phillies again this year unless we were to play them in the playoffs. So I'm not sure how tiebreakers work in baseball. I got out of it for a while. I've just been getting back into it in the last couple of years. I just followed the Cubbies, so I don't really know how the tiebreakers work. But if I believe it's head-to-head when it comes to the first tiebreaker, if that's the case, the Cubs will own the tiebreaker over the Phillies, so that'll be a good thing at the end of the year. Yeah. And what this also means is the Cubs have now won 7 in a row, so hopefully they can keep this winning streak up. Yeah. Because according to some people on here, I think you guys know who I'm talking about, that guy that gets on here and does his little satire, and he goes, "Oh, that's so deep." According to him, the Cubs are the worst poverty franchise in the world, in the history of baseball. Because according to him, every year he mocks Cubs out. They're the worst franchise. How we've only won one World Series in 100 years. I also want to remind that same said guy that, yeah, it might have took us 100 years to win a World Series, but we've also won 3 World Series. You've won 2. And we've also won one more recently than you, which was 2016, which was like 10 years ago this year. We also believe got a better team than you. You've also now lost 7 in a row. Even when we've been losing this year, we've never lost 7 in a row. So maybe instead of mocking the Cubs, maybe you should be loyal to your team, because last time I checked, every time I turn around and see a video from you, all you say is how you're a Dodgers fan now. Pick a team, either you're a Dodgers fan or you're a Phillies fan. Pick it. It ain't going to matter, because this weekend we're going to kick the crap out of your Dodgers too. So anyways, like I said, Cubs next game tonight at home against Phillies. Go Cubs, go. Pump that winning streak up to 8. Make the Phillies losing streak go to 8. Let's go. Fly the W.